Great. Awesome. Okay. Hey, everybody shut up. I'm going to start the intro. Ask a tranny. Hey, why don't you play me some chords? We'll extend this, motherfucker.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I know you don't want to, but you really oughta shoulda. Well, go ahead and ask a tranny. Don't let me say you couldn't have coulda. Ask a tranny. Ask a tranny. Ask a tranny. Shut up. Ask a tranny. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another resounding episode of, sorry about that, didn't mean to fuck up your ears, of Ask a Tranny. My name's Jamie French. Welcome to the Approximate Podcast, and we are here for yet another episode of Ask a Tranny. Sorry, we started late. We had circumstances. We had to get some new people in the room. Hey, everybody, I would like to welcome Eva Cassini. Say hi.
Hi.
Some of you might know her from past work that I've done with her. Everybody make her feel welcome in the chat room. Everybody say hi to Eva.
I feel so warm now, like a cinnamon roll.
Right. Now, Eva's brand new to this, so she doesn't know all the ins and outs. Eva, don't look at the screen. You're on a delay. Look at the chat room, and while I'm prepping questions for this week's show, you go ahead and you can... you know how to do the cam thing. You read read the questions and you respond.
All right. So far, hello. I should really wear my glasses. I cannot see the text.
Can you not see the text?
I can see it. I just have to.
Well, here,
focus.
let me hip you to this. Okay, so at the top of the screen is a name, Navigatorture. This is a long-time listener. This is the person that says, hi, everything sounds good and looks good.
He's your sound guy. This
name's pissing me off. I got to get up close to the screen to read it, and I will right now suggest that you change your fucking name because it's too long to see from a far off distance.
What,
but
Ilaria?
I can't. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to say it out loud, and then I'm going to suggest that you fucking shorten your name because this is ridiculous. Hold on. Elira Exini Elliott. Okay.
Might I suggest?
What?
For now on, we will refer to him and or her as Elliot.
Okay, Elliot. Elliot, yes, you can hear us. Thank you very much. Elliot asked if they said can hear you. Good, because we asked if people could hear us. Oh, obviously, we've gotten past the intro. People can hear us and see us. So thank you, Elliot. We're just going to call you Elliot. Your name's too goddamn long. Let's see here. Loud and clear. Nice slab and pop. Oh, no. It gets better than that. I'm drunk. Let's see. Halo, everyone. How are y'all? We're doing great here. We just had Eva show up kind of out of the blue. And so that's why we're about an hour late. So we appreciate your patience. But we do have a co-host who is also a fellow tranny. So this episode like the title totally makes sense. Ask a tranny. Yeah, sometimes I'm fortunate and I get a Ryan in here. Not a tranny.
Who's it? Yeah.
Not at all. Not in the least.
Far from it.
Not the least. So now we have two trannies here. So double the questions. Double the questions this week. We got a lot to say. We got some emails that we're going to get to. And again, like always, we will eventually be paying attention to the chat room and answering your questions and comments. But we're going to get some official business out of the way. Smoke them if you got them. And drink them if you have them. Just like that. Okay. So, hey, wait. Speaking of which, where the fuck am I? Oh, right here.
Right? Nope.
We work in a very small space, and all of our things are just kind of scattered about. Within a what? Wow, you're chugging.
I forgot about that 6-second delay, and then I glanced at the screen, and I saw me deep-throating the bottle. I was like, oh, that's happening.
Don't do that. So I'm going to lie smoking. I'm going to get right into the emails. Start answering some of y'all's questions for Ask a Tranny. Because that's what we're here for. Trannies that need to be asked questions, That's what we're gonna do.
It's exactly what we need for nourishment. If we don't get asked any questions, we
without
shrivel up and die.
Yes, absolutely. Without your questions, we are. I'm not gonna even finish that sentence. I'm not clever enough to put a joke in there.
Insert joke here.
Yeah, insert joke there.
Whatever makes you.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna get right on down. Our first email of the night is from Evan. See, this is one of those things where I know you want a certain name applied to you, so I'm not gonna say your whole name. I forget which name that you want to be referenced as, so we're just gonna say E. E sends us an email. It looks like it's divided into 4 parts, so we're gonna read right off the top. It says, "Hi Jamie, Evelyn. That's what we're going with. Evelyn. Evelyn has 3 questions. Number 1, how long should I keep bass strings on my bass before changing for fresh ones?" Okay. So 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Unless you have a gig coming up or unless you're in the studio. Yeah. Well, okay, I said that wrong. If you have a gig coming up or you're in the studio, 3 weeks is the maximum. If not, if you're just practicing in your bedroom, keep those motherfuckers on months long. Doesn't matter. You got nothing to prove to anybody. So yeah, keep those strings on for as long as you need to until you have an actual gig or studio session coming up. If you're going to be in the studio for 3 weeks or you have a bunch of shows lined up on the weekends or whatever it is, then yeah, you'll want to change your strings every 3 weeks. So I hope that answers your question. Number 2, what is good finger food for a party in your view? I don't know. Eva, do you got a thing that you like at parties, a little finger food? What kind of party are you at where they're serving finger foods? How old are you?
Right? What are you born in 1920?
What are you born in 1987? Do you have any idea how much time has passed? If you're born in 87, you're at a finger food party at this point in time.
Yeah. No, I would say either steamed or fried dumplings. Those are great.
What kind of dumplings? Are we talking the Oriental types, or are we talking
That's
like
racist, but
a little bit?
The Asian-y types.
Oh, dude. No, dude. Perfect finger foods. What kind of old lady are you? Finger foods. Perfect finger foods for a fucking party. I don't know. What do you want? You want
Triscuits and French dip.
Triscuits and French dip.
Yeah.
Cheap, easy, effective, and if you're certain, it's not the finger foods that you need to worry about. It's the alcohol you need to worry about. The better the alcohol, the less you can spend on finger foods. The more you spend on, you get some nice, good, nice clear liquor of some sort. Provide your folks with some
Patron or 1800.
Some Patron or some really decent vodka.
And pair it with Bugles.
Yeah, and then you could just throw a fucking plate of goddamn, what is it? What are those little...
string cheese.
You could do string cheese. Sure. At that point, the better the alcohol, the less you have to spend on... What is it? I'm thinking what are those little pretzel rolls with the shit in the middle?
Oh, combos.
Combos.
Yes.
You could
Those are good.
fill a fucking Halloween bowl full of combos, and so long as the liquor is good enough, that's all you need to do, and people will thank you for it.
And for visual's sake, just throw a little bit of parsley in the middle on the plate, and you're great.
Yeah, just a sprig right in the middle. Bam. You're done.
Problem solved.
It really doesn't matter. Look, if you want to be fancy for the kind of finger foods, Jesus Christ, that's just a weird fucking word. I don't even like it. Here's what you do: you buy 15 Lunchables. You take the crackers, you spread them out, you make a project out of it, right? You know, you pretend like you got all the shit at the Hobby Lobby and it came with the goddamn template for how you put the shit together. You take and you I'm looking at the video too. You take your Lunchables, round crackers around the outside.
Round the outside.
Stop it. You take the square crackers right in the middle, and then what you do is you overlap the ham around the. I'm going too far with this. It doesn't matter.
I've got a great visual.
You know what? If you want to be the hit of the party, why don't you take your happy ass down to the Jack in the Box, buy $15 worth of non-tacos, and just put those on a plate. And so long as your liquor's good, everybody will fucking kiss your feet at the end of the party. Swear to God. Doesn't matter. Stop being a goddamn old finger foods. What's wrong with you? Jesus Christ. Next question.
Just make sure you bring the house dressing.
No, if you... Well, it depends. Are they going to Jack in the Box or not? If they're going to Jack in the Box, you goddamn demand their specific ranch dressing.
It has to be Jack in the Box now.
Well, it has to be
from
Jack
now
in the
on.
Box.
You can't do anything else.
Regardless of whatever, if you go the combo way, or if you buy the Lunchables, or if you get a bunch of tacos, your main duty, if you're being a proper host at a party, is you go down to the Jack in the Box and you pay, the $1.50 it's going to take to get 15 sides of ranch dressing, and that's what people will care about.
Toad's worth it.
Fuck off. Number 3. I recently got roped into helping this is a complicated question. This is going to be interesting.
Are there big words?
Well, there's a lot of words.
Oh.
So we're talking a paragraph worth of question.
That is substantial.
It's pretty substantial. So let me just, to the best of my ability, read this as well as I can. I recently got roped into helping a lesbian couple I know fulfill one of the joint goals. Okay, you're going to have to work on your sentence structure. Your syntax is all out of whack. I don't know what that means. But we're going to figure it out. I'll meet you at the end. In doing so, I found myself at 2 a.m. on a Sunday throwing cakes at these two ladies and adding them to enjoy themselves. I did not find it very erotic and has put me off Black Forest. What the fuck is this? Gâteau for a while. Is that a kind of cheese? What is that?
I'm assuming Black Forest ham, but gâteau, that may be French for some.
Have you ever found... Can you guys make these questions concise? Self-edit, motherfucker. Self-edit.
Proofread, please.
Proofread like a motherfucker. Let's see. Have you... Okay, I think we can sum this up here. Let me get to this last sentence. Have you ever found yourself in a situation that you were helping someone do something they were really enthusiastic about, but you were not, and only took part more out of politeness than anything else? Okay. So, dude, here's the deal. Have we not learned anything from Spaced? Have you never seen the BBC show Spaced? Skip to the end. Skip to the end. You could have instead of wasting everyone's time. Thank you for wasting our time. We need to kill time. But could you not just have led with the last sentence? I'll repeat.
The premise was
yes.
Colorful.
Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you were helping somebody with something that they're very enthusiastic about, but you weren't? And, you only took part in it because of, you're just trying to be a polite guy. Well, yeah. Yeah, well, absolutely I have. Absolutely I have.
Whenever I want to be a polite guy,
right.
I've come across instances where I've humored people.
Oh, yes.
And I wouldn't say out of politeness per se. I would say out of maybe I don't know.
I already know the answer to this.
No.
I already know the answer that they need to know. Look, if you're young and you don't have a lot of experience, throw yourself into every embarrassing situation that you possibly can. That's how you learn stuff. When you're above a certain age, learn how to say no. There's a time for bullshit and there's a time for not bullshit. It sounds to me like this was a new experience to you. And if that's the case, well then just fucking... take the L, just have it be a lesson learned. But as you're older, you start to get into your mid or late 30s and then further on in life, say, well, no, I've already been embarrassed and I already know how to treat this situation. I'm not going to be a part of this. I just politely and correctly say no. But if this is your first experience with this kind of thing, yeah, fucking choke it down, and consider it a lesson learned. But yeah, I've been in that situation before, but I rarely put myself in that situation anymore. I'm very old, and I'm getting older with every passing day. And so are you. So learn. Question number 4. Will there ever be a Bunny Boy Orion t-shirt? Oh, okay. So we are into inside joke territory.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, we had one of our favorite artists, an online artist. He's one of these guys from Japan that does the whole, I don't know. I don't even want to call him like a manga artist or a hentai artist or he's like anything like that. But you know, the folks that are they just draw and they want a little bit of attention, and so they put all their shit online. So they start a Patreon account, and they do that whole thing, whatever the kids are doing these days. He's one of these guys, but he's really, really good. He's a Japanese artist. His name's Ryo Agawa, and
what was that?
Ryo Agawa or Agawa Ryo. Links in the description.
I dig it.
Yeah. Anyway, he's phenomenal at what he does, but it's not, you can't like go out to the store and find his shit. You just have to be on Twitter and look at it that way. Anyway, he drew a picture for the Approximate podcast that featured me, our previous co-host, who's no longer with the show, Diva, and Orion. And everything looked amazing. The guy does amazing work, but he like kind of specializes in like gay art, and so he drew the trans folks just fine. But he put Orion, bless his soul, he put Orion in bunny ears and lipstick. And Orion,
I want to see that,
and I'll show it to you. But Orion was none too pleased with the end result. Now, he appreciated the effort, he appreciated the art. He's not an asshole, but content-wise, on a personal level, he looked at it and he went, I'm not that. And I said, don't worry about it. Let me get Agawa to draw something else. Okay, I understand. But for the sake of the effort, and because we're not assholes, and you know, we'll take any interpretation. You know, we don't want to. If you draw fan art for us, we'll take it. No matter whatever your interpretation is of this show, that's fair, and we'll stick it up and we'll make a big deal out of you. And we did. We stuck it up, bunny ears or not. We stuck it up, and we let it ride for a little bit. And then what happened was I got Ogawa to draw another thing that made Orion look a little less fey. And what I did was when that came out, I altered the bunny picture to look a little more appropriate. And
like Donnie Darko?
No, we took all the Donnie Darko fagalicious stuff away from the drawing. You know, I got a little Photoshop, I got some skills, and I kind of fixed the previous drawing, but we don't even use that now. You know, what we use now is the thing that you see on the screen right there, where Orion looks like a man. And acts like a man. He has a man pose. I don't know that, Will, to answer your question, that's all the backstory to get to this question. I don't know that we're ever going to see a t-shirt or a piece of merchandise that features the bunny thing. Now, what I can do, if you're a super fan, here's what I can do.
I'm no super fan. I want this shirt right now.
Hit me up directly. And just between you and me, you know, you give me $20-$25, and I'll make a single one-off that has the bunny Orion on it. And then you and I get to laugh at Orion privately. But otherwise, it's not going to go into like full-scale production.
Wear it for every casting.
So let's see what else we got here. Let's see here. So that was the end of the questions from Evelyn. It says, P.S. You are a diamond and you should know that. I don't know what that means, but I'll assume I should appreciate it. In which case I do.
It's a compliment.
I'll take it. So let's go to, we have some more questions here. And again, every email I answer, I do want to remind y'all that we will get to the chat room, but we got to get the emails out of the way. They're the ones that took the most effort. So we can't leave them unanswered. So let me get to the next question here. It says, hi, Jamie. Mick here. Does that say Mick or Mike? Mick?
Mick.
Okay. Says, other than Orion, who's been your favorite musicians you've worked with? Have you ever tried making the approximate cocktail with anything other than Chardonnay? Yes, on both counts. So, first question. Other than Orion, who's been your favorite musician that you've worked with? Oh, okay. Well, just about I'm really picky. And just about every musician I've worked with, I work with because they bring something real and solid to the table. So I can't really pick favorites as far as like generally working with other musicians because I am choosy. So they're all wonderful people, and they all have wonderful talent and things that they just offer something that's awesome. I rarely work for that much money. If I'm going to work with somebody at all, it's because I think they're worthwhile, because I like to assume I have a little bit of taste, and I try to put that into practice. And so that means, I work with decent folks. Saying all that, I still think that Orion is my favorite musician. And it's not just because of his technical skill. It's because we have that much history. We have been playing music together for nigh on 18 years now, and the relationship that you build with somebody that you've playing with that long starts to mean so much more than their technical playing ability or what they can, bring to the table. It's involved, and I would say that Orion's my favorite guy to play with just because I have been able to be the most human with him. A close second would probably be Eric Hunter, or for nostalgic reasons, I would say a guy named Ben Edwards. But beyond that, and these are names that you're not going to know, and it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that would be it. Any other like studio musician or any other player in a band that I've been in previously, they're all my favorites. They really are. Well, go ahead.
Well, I've heard those names before, and I know those people, and I can actually...
Yeah, but you're on the inner circle. You would know those names.
I can vouch for you. I can validate that parking ticket for you.
Right.
Yeah. So, it's legit.
Yeah.
Her circle is solid.
So I hope it's not cheating to say that it is Orion. Okay? Let's skip to the end. So the second question is, have you ever tried making the approximate cocktail with anything other than Chardonnay? I have, but only in my most drunken state. The approximate cocktail, again, for the 1,000th time, for people that don't know, is 75% Chardonnay in a tumbler and 25% Mad Dog 2020, blue flavored. Yeah, yeah, no, it's not good.
Oh, no.
It's not, no, it's just meant to get you there. And the old classic line, you got it right when it looks like dirty aquarium water.
Oh God! Does it come with a clothespin for your nose?
No, sold separately.
Oh Jesus Christ!
It's tangy, and the thing I tell people is when the Chardonnay that you get is you get the baseline bottom of the shelf. The cheaper it is, the higher the alcohol content. The higher the alcohol content,
I'll allow it.
the better you do. That's how it has to be horrible. If it's not horrible, it's not worth it. You're making it wrong.
Sure. No, yeah,
And the question is, have I made it with anything else other than Chardonnay and Mad Dog 2020 blue flavored, which is raspberry, but it's not.
Blue.
It's fucking blue.
It's blue.
Bullshit.
It's blue. Fuck you.
Blue bullshit.
It's blue.
Yes, I have. But again, only in my most drunken state, where I've made an approximate cocktail, I've drunken it halfway down, and I don't have any more ingredients left, but I do have a beer. I have a beer, and I have half a shot of McCormick. And so I throw it all into the same...
The steaks?
Oh no! They make a below bottom of the shelf whiskey called McCormick.
My God!
And what you do is you throw it all into the glass, and you make basically what's a suicide out of the approximate cocktail, which is not good to begin with. And then what you do is you take this, and I swear to God, it is the color of corpse skin.
I want to see this now.
No, you don't.
No, I do.
And then what you do is you take it back, but the only reason you're doing that at that time is you're so drunk. You're so drunk that you don't care you're drinking corpse skin flavored liqueur at this point. I don't know. But you take it back and you feel...
Your neck starts...
You feel like you're not going to make it.
It feels like... I'm assuming it feels like your neck...
It feels like you're dying. It feels like you're dying.
Yeah.
But because you're so drunk that you did it, you embrace the void. And you can't wait to die.
So it's like it's like a
you're like,
death
bring
experience.
This is a new adventure. I see the blackness coming out of the corner of my vision.
But it's
I've made
sweet.
this corpse skin fucking drink, and you know what? I'm gonna step over the line. I want to die. and you step into the void. But here's what happens: you don't actually die. You just get more drunk. Party.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it.
That's the only time I've ever fucked with the approximate cocktail. And so, yeah, again, the ingredients are too simple. And the ratio of one drink to the next in the mix, too simple to fuck with.
Is there a celery stalk involved?
Never.
Oh, good.
Vegetables?
I don't know. What,
Fuck you.
it soaks it up so you can enjoy it in the long run.
Vegetables are the antithesis of the approximate cocktail. I'm trying to die here.
Okay.
And you're bringing vegetables into the equation. I got hope.
A vat
are you
of
kidding
ground
me?
beef grease. That's the next thing we're going to include into the cocktail is ground beef grease.
Okay.
From our taco night that we're hopefully going to have soon.
Hey, dude, look, we made it 30 minutes into the fucking stream so far. And we have another email to answer.
What?
Yes. So let me preface this. Hold on to make sure I'm not using anybody's name they don't want to be used. This one's from Lex Noyle. Does that look right to you, Lex Noyle?
Lex Luthor? Yeah, sure.
It's not Lex Noyle, it's Lex Noyle. Okay.
Noyle.
Weird fucking name, dude. But
Nah.
Lex, let's talk to you. Hello, Jamie. How are you tonight? Oh, okay. My question to you is, have you ever been to a gaming convention here in Texas? If no, there is one here in Arlington called Retropalooza. Okay, interesting question. Okay, so this is going to be a layered answer. Okay. One, I don't go to many conventions. I'm not that type. I'm old, and I don't like things. But I've been dragged to several different conventions through how everybody gets dragged to conventions, through fucking girlfriends. And I've been to Texas Frightmare HorrorCon kind of thing.
I'll have to vouch
in
for that one.
2008.
That's actually a good one.
Yeah, so I've been to a horror convention where they talk about, it's just a bunch of horror movie shit.
Horrors.
You just walk around a convention center and buy. I mean, all conventions are the same thing. You walk around, you got about $200 in your pocket, and you leave with $15 because you spent the rest of the money on fucking trinkets and plastic, which is every convention.
Quick tangent.
What?
The Frightmare about 3 years ago, I met Mitch Pileggi. And
which one's that?
He plays the assistant director to the FBI in X-Files.
Oh.
And he smells amazing. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna break the fourth wall for a second. My brother's here. He just showed up. Joey, go grab yourself a beer.
Fourth wall with no fourth wall break? That's 16 walls.
Your fucking oxymoron.
No, look.
Read that label.
What?
Bud Light.
Platinum.
Dude, it's Bud Light. It's the same fucking piss water, but the alcohol content is about 2% higher, $1.50 more.
Worth.
Buy some Boone's Farm. Damn.
I have Boone's Farm.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm a jack of all trades. I want all the worst stuff in me.
I thought you got footprints.
Bud Light Platinum is part of that equation. So back to your question. So have I ever been to a gaming forum? No. Well, let me quickly list off the, not forum, but convention. Quickly, I've been to the horror one. I've been to A-Con twice. Again, not by my own volition, but because I was dragged there. And what other conventions have I been to? I think that's about it. I think I'm a total for 3. I think it's the HorrorCon and... Huh?
Did you attend the awards for the training awards thingy?
Okay, that's another convention. I've been to a porn convention. I didn't even count that because it was so quick. But yeah, and have I ever been to a gaming convention? No. I've been to A-Con twice, and they've had gaming shit in that particular convention.
I think the closest thing you got to a gaming convention was actually an actual GameStop.
Right. I've been to GameStop.
Yeah.
Close enough. Same fucking deal, except you spend a little less time in GameStop. You still go in with $200. You still put a bunch of money down for a bunch of pieces of plastic, and you still leave feeling generally unsatisfied. Except you didn't have to wear a stupid, goofy costume.
Take that mask off. It's not a mask. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not a mask. This is my faith.
Is your mom Cher?
You don't understand Overwatch. You don't understand it.
I've actually played that, and no, I feel you.
Nerd! Fucking nerd.
For 5 minutes.
That's all I have the patience
That qualifies me for the nerd.
And look, I can understand where the question comes from because we put on the little NES show every Wednesday. The Bad NES, or Badness, however you want to say it. It's a clever play on words. We're very clever.
Is there a
and so no? Well, go ahead.
Is there a swish above the E?
No. It's capital B, A-D, N-E-S in all capital letters, so you know that it's Nintendo because we feel that our audience is stupid and doesn't get things. We're just assholes.
Honestly, the first time I saw it, I couldn't even read the word.
It's just badness.
Yeah.
It's badness. Bad NES. Because we're really bad at NES. And so here's the point that I'm getting to.
I'm unliterate.
You're unliterate.
Yeah.
That's impossible. But here's the thing about the bad NES, and I know why you're asking whether or not I've gone to gaming conventions. It's because we put on a little video game show. I've said it in the last live stream that we did last Friday. It's completely cynical that we do that NES show. We're not doing it because of nostalgia. We're not doing it because we give a shit about games. We're doing it solely for this reason. And if it hurts me saying this, fuck it. I don't care. We do it because we know the kids on YouTube like gaming shows. And so we just do it to the worst possible degree that we can do it. So we only play old shitty Nintendo games. We're not good at it, and all we do is just kind of talk over it. It's basically a podcast where there's some Nintendo happening in the background. It's completely cynical, but because there's really good SEO in having a gaming show, and that's the only reason we do it. We're not passionate about games at all. Now, at least not your host and co-host. Me and Orion and I, we don't give a shit. But we'll have people here like fucking Eva. She likes the games. You like the games?
I game.
So bam, you got somebody you can relate to there. That's not cynical and not doing it for bad reasons.
I'll be honest with you. The last game that I effectively played was a Flash game.
Oh boy.
It was free.
So you're a
a developer,
casual gamer.
No, not even that.
You burn in hell.
Not even that. It was a Gauntlet type game, the original Gauntlet.
Oh boy. Oh wow.
And oh goodness, this was.
So it's a top-down looking.
Oh yeah, it's completely like almost Atari level sort of.
Right. Well, those are easy games to program for the phone if you want to try to make a few bucks putting out an app.
I can't do shit on my phone. I could barely.
What
make
are
a
you
call
playing
my
this
phone.
on?
This is on my old laptop that died.
Oh, okay. Well, where'd you get this game? Is this an emulation of something?
No, not even. I tried. The last game I emulated was was it Final Fantasy IX? But that's like old school. So like, I enjoy that shit, and I'll actually like play it because I enjoy it. But this game was actually on a website called Congregate. It's they make free Flash games. You have. I guess I have to introduce you to this.
2 things. 1, I stopped caring about 5 minutes ago. 2, I feel like we are running off the rails. Let's get back on track. This is the point we're out of emails and we have nothing left to address on the burner line. Here's what we're going to do now with 12 minutes to spare. We're going to address the folks in the chat room and start answering some questions. So now that I got a co-host on the show, which happens very rarely on these live occasions, why don't you take this mouse? You can go ahead and scroll through.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, scroll through. You read the questions or comments, and then I'll answer them. It'll be a team effort.
All right. So what we have here is, I would say the color of corpse skin, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. That sounds like the latest Johnny Depp movie.
I have no idea what
that
you
is
mean
a
by that.
lame-
You're in your own world there, bro.
I'm not even up to date on that shit, but that's a lame joke. Yes, a dose. Yo, GameStop is fucking gay. I must
Name,
admit
hey,
that is-
name who's saying the stuff.
Oh, sure. So the color of corpse skin. ...
We're past
That
him now. He's
sound-
dead. He's gone. He's corpse skin.
dumb. He's done.
What's the next one?
But I
And
must
name their
say,
name.
Yes, a dose is Navigor. I can't.
Oh, Navigatorture. Navigatorture.
Okay, cool. Yes, I agree with you.
Okay.
And is your mom share?
Who says this?
That is Brett.
Brett.
How's it going, Brett?
Hey, Brett is no, because you're gonna, as you go through these, you're gonna learn the names of the list, the regular listeners.
Right.
Navigatorture's one.
Okay.
That's somebody who's always winding up on the show. Brett is another. Brett's a good friend of the show.
Okay.
So what does Brett have to say?
Brett has to say it was a piggyback off the joke that I did.
Okay.
Is your mom share? No, my mom is not share. Is your mom share?
I don't know. Have you seen my face?
This.
Right. I got the nose.
I love you, Joey.
I sing like this.
I'm beautiful. Thank you, Brett, for that one. That was great. Reference. If you don't know what we were talking about and what Brett, I hope, assuming you know, is the wonderful movie called Mask, starring Cher and who the fuck gives a shit, Johnson.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't name it.
Yeah, no, I don't know who it is.
Who the fuck was Mask? Somebody in the chat room, name who the fuck was Mask.
I'm gonna throw out some out. Johnny Depp.
No, it was not Johnny Depp.
It
Not
could
at
have
all.
been. It could have been. It could have been.
No,
You never know.
no, dude. It was the guy that didn't get the part for Back to the Future. Something stole.
Oh, god damn it!
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just saw something about.
God.
Fuck.
Damn it. What's his name? It was the guy that didn't get the part in Back to the Future. And they replaced him 3 weeks into production.
I'm blanking right now on that one.
God damn it. That's okay. We'll skip past it, but then we'll get back to it. Because that wasn't even the fucking thing anyway.
Yeah. No. So okay. So what else we have here is that is a nice mouse, I must say.
Thank you. I made it myself.
Y'all are killing it tonight. Thank you for the proper grammar.
Eric Stoltz.
Oh,
Eric
look at you.
Stoltz was Mask.
Yeah.
Now that's a thing that's been said, and it doesn't relate to anything. There you go.
And think of it like this.
Eric Stoltz
50
was my mother.
50 years from now, 50 years from now,
Yeah.
when these radio waves go out in space,
Right.
and the aliens say it, they will probably recognize Eric Stoltz as
Right.
as like our leader. they're like they like Galaxy Quest.
Do you
if
think this
will.
podcast swings that much weight that the aliens would think that anything we had to say about Eric Stoltz would matter?
Well, if anything counts, I must say Galaxy Quest was a great movie.
Off the rails.
No,
Let's
it's
get
not.
back. Let's keep addressing our fine listeners here while we still have 8 minutes.
Well, I if you noticed, I said y'all are killing it tonight, and I said that was proper grammar.
And who
I
said that? Who
appreciate
said that?
That was Brett.
Brett. Well, thank you,
Thank you,
Brett.
Brett, for
We're
your
trying to
proper
kill
grammar.
it. We're trying to kill it. Kill it dead.
Is that sarcasm? I want
Everything is sarcasm. Take nothing we say seriously. Take everything we say seriously. We don't like
Even Brett said Eric Stahl. I don't know.
There
I don't
we
know
go.
I don't know if that was
Eric Stoltz.
prior.
Stoltz.
Well,
Is it Stahl or
he
Stoltz?
Said,
It's
he
Stahl.
said Stahl.
Okay, Eric
So,
Stahl.
Who knows?
Split the difference. Eric.
We'll not lose any sleep of tonight over this. So, lose the Little Mermaid T-shirt.
No, love the Little Mermaid T-shirt that was said by Navigatorture.
Oh, I thought it said lose.
No, it says she fucking loves your shirt.
I guess I must be too ingrained into my previous profession. Open boobs. Anyways, Mermaid is God tier movie.
What?
I
Say it
seriously
again?
need to get my glasses fixed.
You really do.
Mermaid is God. Tier. Tier.
I'm reading the same thing you're reading.
Jessica
Hawk
if
says
you could-
Mermaid is God tier movie.
Probably good damn movie. God
Mermaid
Task
is
movie?
God the movie.
God the movie. Would you
Jessica
watch that?
Hawk.
I wouldn't.
You're drinking more than I am.
I've had 37 Red Bulls and 3 beers.
You've been driving all fucking
I've
day
been
long.
driving all
I
fucking
don't.
day.
Yeah, if you're a little
God
bit
damn it.
loopy, I don't blame you.
Yeah. I don't need alcohol.
Yes, you do. We all do.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's
Well, more.
life is pain.
Hey, PA.
Jessica, she says no. Shut up. Means it's really fucking good. Jessica just really likes your shirt. That's all.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I actually bought it at I would say a thrift store.
Navigatorture says, please keep your clothes on. That sounds like a slight, but then she saves it and says, it would be too distracting,
Oh, this is
which is
she-
a nice thing.
That's a she?
Navigatorture, yeah.
Oh, well, welcome.
Yeah.
I'm more into the female kind of the human race, so.
Do you need them, wait, now, what do you mean by female? Do you need them to have a vagina?
As long as they look what the original template looked like back when, you know?
You like them girls in any flavor?
If they have somewhat of a penis, I don't give a fuck.
Somewhat, that's weird.
I mean, I dated this one.
That's a
here,
fetish.
So, yeah.
Somewhat of a penis.
yeah, somewhat of a penis.
We call that one the confused doctor. He's like, listen, ma'am, here's the deal with your kid. Something's going on here. We need you to make a decision.
It's a baby girl with a
kinda,
penis.
It's kind of a penis. It's kind of a penis.
And a ball sack.
A little bit, one nad, half a sack, a little bit of a penis, sort of a penis. What say you? Because I got a knife.
Half a sack. Hacky sack.
It's a hermaphrodite.
Or hermaphrodite, whatever pleases you, you know? We're good.
Jesus Christ.
In that
Like,
situation,
do what?
do they just leave it?
No, they leave it up to the parents.
really?
The parent, yeah, no. So
I
my
wish.
brother's off camera and he's asking, what do they do with the hermaphrodites? Great. Thank you for contributing to Ask a Tranny.
Wait a
He
minute.
just asked a question. Now I get to answer something, finally. My brother asks, he says, what do they do with the hermaphrodites out of the womb? You know, because it's all funky. So here's what they do. No, here's what they do. Here's what they do.
Chew it off.
They present the package to the parent, usually the mom, because dads are drinking. They're out smoking.
There's
they're
a
in the
bow.
other room.
There's
Yeah,
a bow.
they're usually not there to begin with, and they're judgmental, and the doctors know that. We're not gonna go with dad. He's gonna be rash. We gotta go with the mom and say, Mom, here's your fucked up kid. See their crotch? It's all kinds of messy there. What do you want to do? And the mom will
Multiple
say,
choice question.
well, the mom will do. Well,
Always
she
choose
has
B.
she has three
Always choose
answers.
B.
Yeah, no, always choose C. In a test, you always choose C.
Well, not when I went to school.
That's why you were a D student, motherfucker. Listen, here's the deal.
And how I ended up as a boy with D tits. Look at me.
Yeah, C, you should have picked C.
Nah.
You wouldn't have to drink so much.
If only there was an F answer, I could have.
Here's what they do. They give your little bundle of confused joy to the mom, and they say, look, you got three options. We can snip, we can clip, or we can leave it the fuck alone. What do you want to
It
do?
dices, it minces.
Right. Do you want it to be a girl? Do you want it to be a boy? Or do you want to fuck off and not do anything until it fucking
Matures?
matures, pupates?
It's a larva.
What?
This
And my brother's asking another question.
wasn't your situation.
What? Yeah.
But if she
Yeah.
makes the wrong decision, she's more, the kid is more inclined to one than the other.
Right.
It's the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you end up like Chinese like us.
Okay.
Okay, so
Why we have to answer questions,
Both of you.
right?
Joey wasn't heard on mic, so repeat Joey's statement.
So, do you remember it?
Well, okay, so the deal is when the kid gets, one of the things you have to take into account with a fucked up gender kid, not even no sex kid, not even gender, but their junk
The
is messed up.
biological.
Yeah, you get a little hermaphrodite action there. You know, look, I'm not being delicate with my terms. Fuck off. Just, write me a fucking email. Take away my birthday. Fuck off. What I'm saying is, if you get a little hermaphrodite kid, you have options, but would it not be better to leave everything alone and wait till the kid has an opportunity to decide? Because they're the one, like, they didn't ask to be born. And if they wound up with fucked up junk, well, that's kind of your fault for eating too much Taco Bell, and it's kind of her fault for drinking too much fucking liquor, and you got a kid with wacky parts. So leave it up to the kid and let them tell you how they feel, who they are inside, and then make the appropriate decision. I think that's the way you'd want to do it. Ultimately,
that's
you
how
wouldn't want to make a choice right there on the spot,
Right.
Because I think at that point, the only thing that's informing your choice is religion or morality. If you're gonna be that quick to make a decision whether or not your funky junk kid is gonna be a boy or a girl, you're not being fair to the kid.
Taking their life away from them.
Yeah, you're potentially taking their happiness away from them. So what you do? Here's the official stance of the Approximate Podcast. You get a funky junk kid, hold off. Wait till they get a little bit of gumption in their head and they can tell you what they want. And then, work overtime so you can afford that expensive surgery.
And you don't
'Cause
end
it's
up
going to
with
cost
freaks
you.
like us.
Spin around a brass pole, suck a couple dicks. It's for your kid. Your life is over with. It's all about your kid now.
I like
so
what
you
Jess is-
sacrifice your happiness and you fix that funky junk kid when they tell you what they want to be. And that's fucking the end of the game right there. Bam, said it. Official fucking stance of the Approximate Podcast. Y'all fuck off. Okay, so we got 5 minutes to kill. Why don't you read a couple more and we'll end this fucker out on a song.
So I'm going to go ahead and read verbatim what Jessica said. Hermaphrodite LOL. That's just, it's gold right there in and of itself.
I don't need accolades.
We got Navica Torture. We have, yes, I'm going to go the full hog with my transition.
Full hog by being non-hog.
No one wants to be full hog. It's unattainable.
Right.
And I agree with you. Go do with what makes you happy the most. Jessica retorts with, "Yo,
What?
So, what advice would you give to young tranny like me
Into the mic, please. You're going to hear that a lot.
who's trying to make money in your profession?" I'm assuming our profession.
Wait, now, hold on, because this
Right.
is something we can end the show on.
Sure.
Say that one more time.
So Jessica says, "Yo, so what advice would you give to young trannies
Right.
like me who's trying to make money in your profession? Our profession being the more adulty kind of
How old
photography.
are you? Hold on, this is important. How
Yeah.
old are you? Kill time while we find out her age, because this is important. I got things to say about
Quick,
this.
find me a watch."
No, we got. There's a timer right there,
Right.
motherfucker.
No, yeah. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for a response,
Yeah.
Brett says Eva's humor fits this particular car crash of a show. I agree.
Okay, we got an age. Jessica's 20. Jessica, are you saying you're trying to get into porn? Are you fucking around with porn and adult business stuff? Because I got answers for you. You're wondering how to make a bunch of money? Or trying to make any kind of money? Are you homeless? Are your parents kicking you out? Are you in a shitty situation? Do you got a job?
Do you hold a sign under a bridge?
Right. Where are you in
Hopefully
life?
not.
Make it succinct.
Be very specific.
Be
We need
very
details.
specific, but very short-winded.
Right.
I can help you out, kid. I can totally help you out. And if I can't answer your question here on the show, because this is an important thing, and I got things to say about it, you can always hit us up at approximatepodcast@gmail.com, and I can give you a more roundabout, fully fleshed out kind of answer. Those two things were mutually exclusive. I can't be roundabout and... But I can.
Exclusive, right.
Right. What? Joey's asking a question.
I just
Oh.
want to mouth something.
What? Say, Joey. What?
Eggs in one basket.
Eggs in one basket.
Tell her not to put too
Right.
Right. Diversify is what he's trying to.
We're talking to a
across.
20-year-old here that doesn't know nothing about nothing.
What I'm saying is I'm 35.
Yeah.
And 20 was yesterday.
Right.
And there's no way to get that across to a 20-year-old.
Right.
Well, here's the thing.
But if you put all your eggs in one basket, if she goes for that now, she's going to get stuck in it. She needs to diversify right now.
Possibly.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you get a hold of us on the approximatepodcast@gmail.com,
Everybody who's 20-year-old doesn't last forever.
I can give you my own experience if you're not aware of it yet.
You know
'cause
what?
I'm-
Look, I got to say this right now. I got to stop here and say, Jessica, listen to me real close, okay? This is all fun and games for the show, and I want to be entertaining, but I don't want to take your situation lightly because it's something I actually have something to say about. I want to end this on a light note for the few minutes that we have left. So why don't you do me a favor, Jessica? And I'm talking specifically to you, Jessica. Hit us up at approximatepodcast@gmail.com, and I'll give you a real definitive answer, because this matters. You're 20 and you got your whole life ahead of you, and I don't want you to go away with any kind of bullshit information or to treat your situation as if it's a joke just for the sake of the podcast for entertainment value. It's worth more than that. So what I'm going to do is tell you to fuck off for a second. Email me. I'll answer you there, and I may make it a part of a future show, but I want to give you a real answer. So in the meantime, let's end with one more question and something of a lighter fare, and then we will fuck this off with the fucking song, right?
So we have Navigatorture says, take their advice. They know what they're saying, hun. So that has no...
Oh, no,
segue to
dude,
another
hey,
thing.
trust us, we absolutely know what we're doing. Here we are, the fucking kings of an empire of a fledgling podcast, living in a one-bedroom apartment, drinking the worst beer ever. We know exactly what we're doing. Take our advice.
Yes.
Okay.
Best piece.
Eva, here's what you do. Why don't you put your beer down, grab your uke.
Oh, sure, yes. I
Do
have
that. Because we're
That is
gonna
a thing I own.
fuck this motherfucker off right now.
All right. So, yep.
Yes.
I have a uke.
Here's what you're gonna do.
I don't have a meek.
Nope. You gotta, because you're no longer talking to the mic now. I'm gonna spin it towards your uke. Shut up. And you're gonna play 3 of your favorite chords, and you're gonna keep playing them until I say you're done.
Okay.
You son of a bitch.
I didn't do that. Should I swing with it?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Do the thing. Play some chords. We're gonna end the show, y'all. I said, ask a tranny. No, wait. Yeah. Ask a tranny. Could be good advice, could be bad advice. You never know. Here's what you gotta do. You gotta
Coke?
ask a tranny. No, not Coke. Tranny. Shh. Calm it down. Calm it down. Don't stop, motherfucker. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Ask a tranny. They never know what they're talking about. Kill it. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much. You've been listening to the Approximate Podcast, and follow all the things. You know what to do. Links in the description. Fuck off. Bye.